Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Hayes. Today we're diving into the latest of Marvel's What If, a very Ultron apocalypse. And we're also continuing our series, I Know You Know, a review of Psych. This week we tackled Season 4. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Poddex, for sponsoring this episode. Check them out today at poddex.com. Use the promo code Larry21 for 10% off your first purchase. And also, check out Audible. Sign up today for a free 30-day trial at audibletrial.com/Larry21. Now on to our review of Marvel's What If, Episode 8. Episode 8 of Marvel's What If, entitled What If Ultron Won. Now, some of the best animated sequences of the series so far. We've seen some great stuff from the show's animation team to date. They really had a chance to flaunt some incredible visuals in this one by keeping the central story fairly simple, the cast of characters rather small. Here we get to find out what would have happened if Ultron had snagged the vibranium body he had made for him in Avengers Age of Ultron instead of losing it to the creation of Vision. It turns out that the Avengers saved more than this world when they successfully completed the mission back in the day. Now, if you're a regular listener and watcher of our weekly reviews, you may know that they have a bit of a unique format, more of a breakdown that we hope will satisfy die-hard Marvel fans, but still help bring those less familiar with the MCU up to speed. With that in mind, it's time to dig deeper into what if Ultron won. So when it comes to required viewing, it helps to have seen Avengers Age of Ultron, but there's callbacks to Black Widow, there's Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Captain America the Winter Soldier. And when you take a look at the voice cast, Jeffrey Wright is back as the Watcher, Jeremy Renner is Hawkeye, Ike Bell is Black Widow, Toby Jones is Arnim Zola, Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange, Mick Wingert is Tony Stark, Alexandra Daniels is Captain Marvel, Ross Marquand, who previously voiced Red Skull in both What If, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, takes over from James Spader as Ultron, which was a little disappointing for me. But what's different? Let's see. In apocalyptic wasteland used to be Moscow, Clint Barton and Natasha Romanoff search for a way to finally defeat Ultron and world successfully implanted Vision's vibranium body during the events of Avengers Age of Ultron, and stuck to his deadly plan to wipe out humanity. Ultron eventually gets the nuclear codes and launches nukes during a sequence that once again kills Tony Stark, dispatching Thanos with unbelievable ease upon his arrival. Ultron then takes the rest of the Infinity Stones for himself and waits to the rest of the universe. Sakaar, Ego, and more are destroyed. Although Captain Marvel takes a pretty good crack at ending Ultron's diabolical purge, she also fails to get the job done. With his mission complete, Ultron is at a loss until he becomes aware of the Watcher and realizes that there are still countless universes waiting to be wrecked. Back on Earth, Clint and Natasha are hunting through the KGB archives. The Watcher almost intervenes when it seems like the duo won't find what they're looking for. But Natasha eventually grabs a box containing a file with the location of the last known copy of Arnim Zola's data bank brain, as previously seen in Captain America the Winter Soldier. Zola agrees to help them under pressure, and Clint uses an arrow to upload Zola into an Ultron sentry. Fortunately, Zola is not able to reach the hive mind and save the day because Ultron's off-world having a spectacular animated multiversal punch-up with the Watcher, so Clint has to sacrifice himself to save Natasha in an almost exact reversal of their goodbye sequence in Avengers Endgame. As Ultron faces off against the Watcher in an eye-popping multiverse-breaking scene, we get a chance to see a Galactus version of Ultron, an Earth populated by Skrulls, a version of the world where Steve Rogers is being sworn in as President of the United States. This isn't just a fun Easter egg for fans. Writer A.C. Bradley repeatedly pitched an episode of the series that would adapt the Marvel comic story. What if Captain America had been elected president? Mike Barr, Herb Trimp, envisioned the installment paying homage to the West Wing. Sadly, that idea didn't fly, but we have this one moment in the episode to console ourselves with. Now, how does it work out? In the end, Ultron gets so close to eliminating that he's at a loss and begrudgingly consults with Strange Supreme, who we haven't seen since he broke his own world and got a Watcher holding at the end of episode 4. Looks like Steven might have what it takes to finally resolve the Ultron situation. We shall have to wait and see. The Watcher's reluctance to intervene, given his oath, does seem to be us up for November's live-action MCU entry, Eternals. Ahead of the movie's release, many Marvel fans have wondered why the hell those 10 immortal superpowered beings didn't step up to help humanity throughout its many apocalyptic woes. The Watcher is shaping up to be an example of why standing idly while atrocities play out won't ever truly cut the mustard with those involved in said atrocities, or indeed us, the Watchers watching the Watcher watch. Nevertheless, it'll be interesting to see the team up between the Watcher and Supreme in next week's finale. And there is definitely some standout moments. I've touched on a few standout moments over the past few minutes, but seeing Ultron in near Galactus form was a sight to behold. And I know I'm not the only one who felt the way, because Galactus was soon trending on Twitter after the episode started streaming. Feels like Marvel are pondering which classic comic villains to introduce next, and that we're tantalizingly close to seeing Doctor Doom, Galactus, the Beyonder, and more join King as multiversal threats. But every time we start speculating about the likes of Mephisto and WandaVision or Doom and Loki, Marvel kicks the can down the road again. I'm just going to have to calm the hell down. Seeing Natasha fight with Red Guardian's shield was truly a joyful experience, as was seeing Thanos slice neatly down the middle by Ultron, perfectly balanced as all things should be. Sorry, but talking over and over again is just plain funny now. I think there was supposed to be an episode where he lived in this season, but it maybe got moved to season 2. The result is that he's absolutely become the Kenny of What If. Obviously, if they don't somehow kill him again in the finale, it'll be a bit of a letdown for me. There were several moments in this episode where I was genuinely bowled over by the animation work on display. I know I've talked about it before, but this animation style doesn't always work for me, and I do still think there were more visually creative ways to approach this series. However, the style has definitely been a good match for a couple of installments, and this was one of them. See you next week. Same Watcher time, same Watcher streaming service. Want to hear more of our reviews? Just click this button up here, and you can watch our previous episode reviews of Marvel's What If. And now to our review of Psych 4. The good, some great lines, moments of story, moments of character growth, and continuity. The bad, nothing new or extraordinary on the acting front. Very repetitive plot format. The basics, a few shakeups in character and plot format make a season of Psych, which is otherwise surprisingly familiar, more than simply watchable. The 4th season of Psych, I figured the show was simply going into the same territory as the 4th season of Weeds, where the series just kept doing the same essential plot in a different locale. The 4th season of Psych mixes up the formulaic plot episodes with surprisingly audacious plots and a few character moments that actually resonate for viewers. While episodes like You Can't Handle This Episode and Think Tank have familiar forms, it will not surprise viewers who have been watching Psych. Sean takes a shot in the dark in a very Juliet episode shake up the formula. Even the head, the tail, the whole damn episode is an amusing character reversal, wherein Lasser tries to beat Sean to the punch by coming up with a radical theory, while Sean does actual detective work on a knife wound. In this season, the detectives in the Psych agency go to British Columbia to go after an international art thief and come home to solve the mystery behind a plane crash. When a Catholic school needs an exorcism, the guys are called in to investigate the demonic possessions. And gets weirder when a man who believes himself to be a werewolf turns himself in. When the police are shot at while in a bar together, Sean must piece together who the target was and why they want to kill one among them. When medical scientists attempt to get a cure for a deadly disease goes wrong and leads to murder, and a shark attack is pegged by a last as being a murder. Finally, the sidekick of Sean and Henry's most deadly adversary pops up to menace them. Psych is in its fourth season, mostly plot-centered, though when it shakes up the plots, the characters actually develop. Fortunately, the principal characters are fairly interesting. For the main characters in season 4, Psych features Sean Spencer, who ends up being abducted by a murderer and shot. While he tries real hard to negotiate with Abigail, whom he is now in a relationship with, he discovered it awkward to be around Juliet. Still, he reaches out to help her when her old boyfriend goes missing. Brendan Guster continues to pal around with Sean with only a few references to his pharmaceutical job or his supernose. He funds a surprising number of the Psych adventures. Karen Vick shows up and assigns the cases, but does nothing significant this season. Lassiter continues to try and thwart Sean and reestablish Santa Barbara's actual police force. Even so, he tries to use Sean to exonerate an old friend of his who runs an Old West theme park. Juliet O'Hara, having gone out on a limb and made a move on Sean, she finds it difficult to be around him. She has a few chances for love and quietly thrills when Sean's girlfriend moves away, and she has a visit from her Special Forces brother. At this point in Psych, the acting is so honed to be unworth mentioning. DeLay Hill, James Rede, Corbin Bernstein, Timothy Munson, Maggie Lawson, and Kirsten Nilsson are all spot on with their characters. They approach the detective stories with confidence and clarity that actors in their fourth year of doing the same thing often do. The real challenge is for new characters to fit in. Kurt Fuller amazingly steps in to play a zany coroner amazingly well. Outside of him, the rest of the guest stars are come and go, with none distinguishing themselves beyond the talents they came into the series with. And that is our review of Psych Season 4. Let us know in the comment section below what you thought of this season, and what is your favorite season so far from the first 4. And who is your favorite character? Let us know in the comment section below. And as always, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe button. And before we go, we're going to continue with our pod deck segment on film. And today's question is, who is your favorite movie hero? And that is actually a tough one, but depending on the day, it'd be different answers. I'm going to go with John Wick. I just love how he's dead set on getting justice and succeeds in some unique ways. And I can't wait to see his next movie. Let us know who your favorite movie hero is in the comment section below, or on Twitter at Cinema Gold Show, or on Instagram. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching the Cinema Gold Show. If you want to check out some more videos, check this video out, or you can watch this one. And also, if you want to check out another movie channel, check out Movie Lovers Unite right over here. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here. Thanks for watching.